All right, folks. Chat's being trolly. Welcome. We've got round 3 series in Titans League. Now, every series has its slightly different narrative, right? In the third rounds, whoever ends up losing will be in Silver League. That 10K Silver League will be awesome for them. But whoever wins here will then have a chance to fight one more series to potentially make it to the 25K Gold League, right? Antagonist was the 1 seed in this group, okay? So based on the rankings coming into it, Antagonist was seen as the favorite. Antagonist is higher elo. Antagonist hasn't been playing the game at a high level as long as Survivalist, per my knowledge. Maybe, I've missed some details, but this guy is so good. He is so good. So I think Survivalist is going to have his work cut out for him. Survivalist did have a really good series in the previous round to learn from, though. And so I say that because he was behind in every single game and still won 3-2. So I think after that, because Survivalist had to just pull himself out of a hole every game, I feel like he should be able to look at that and say, okay, well, why did I fall behind? What were the issues here? And let's tweak our openings a little bit and could maybe make some adaptations. But Survivalist is fun because that is genuinely what he's good at, is surviving. And if he could improve in his early game or maybe practice and get some of these openings down, it could be really dangerous. So Antagonist is going to have to realize he's going to have to just kill him off before he tries to come back like an infection that spreads from limb to limb. But yeah, as far as I know, Antagonist, super young player, like early 20s, super fast, super prepped. And Titans League Bronze is featured a lot of these guys who you might not have seen a couple years ago being as active. I don't know his elo right now, but I think maybe 2,500 or something. It probably has even been above that. So we've got Melee for Antagonist. Now, I was surprised that this was game number 1. Very rarely does Fortified Clearing become the neutral map. The neutral map is after all the picks and bans. So normally this gets banned out. Antagonist seemingly happy with this. And Malay are very good on these maps, but so are Portuguese. And so I would expect with the Portuguese that Survivalist is going to want some organ guns. And Antagonist would probably be expecting the same here. Seems like Survivalist is aiming for some small walls. If you're gonna go for your unique unit on this map, I think small walls are the way to play. I don't think you want to defend the big walls. So I think it's good thinking from Survivalist. I could be wrong, but it feels like he's going to just wall in this little circle. He can still take his wood, he can still take his gold, still take his stone, still take his berries, and then he can pressure the middle. Antagonist, if he expects organ guns, as he's just walling this way, has some options. Siege is the number 1 option against that. And then you could also go Siege and maybe mix in your own monks. But what Portuguese are good at is they make a couple organs to hold the map. And then the second they see you going monks, they have really cheap monks themselves, and they can just make monks to convert your monks. But Antagonist is doing the more typical play, walling the outsides. And here comes the boar. Survivalist bringing in his boar as well, but just kind of waiting for it here. I don't think the Survivalist is going to look at this matchup and say that he can play standard, that he can play in towards eco, that he can go for things that aren't crazy here. So it's going to be high risk, high reward, I'm guessing. But as I say that, he's going to wood for the second lumber camp, which would indicate he's not going for the castle. Actually, looks like he's going feudal age here. Interesting. What this actually looks like to me is a scout build. It could be fast feudal into eco upgrades, but this is... Hey, he's going to go feudal age. I mean, outside is open, so you do have some justification for doing that. His scout is actually active in the middle right now. So he's going for a barracks. Your economy is really good on the back of the build like this. Maybe he was expecting the Malay player to do a similar thing. But Survivalist on the way to feudal age. Can't do too much to pressure the stone walls on the front. Could make army to pressure the walls on the outside. But of course, just the fact that Antagonist has walled Does mean this seems pretty good for Antagonist to adapt to it. And Survivalist not scouting the outside. I'm a little confused by that. Like, if we're going Feudal Age to attack the outside, I would expect there to be the scout out there right now. The scout's active, scouting the relics right now. Like, he wants the relic control for later on. He does have one Villain Stone, but that doesn't mean anything yet. He'll get his eco upgrades. This is really good for a fast imp when you get the eco upgrades like this. And Antagonist actually saw that, was like, wait, what? And Antagonist sees the barracks. Antagonist will run away. And... I'm confused why Survivalist added the barracks. I guess it's not the end of the world. But again, I guess, like, again, it's not a big deal. Like, my critique of Survivalist is all about, like, the killer timings, right? And so when you just have a random barracks that doesn't do anything for you right now... I guess he didn't add the stable or anything, but it's interesting. I don't know. Antagonist Scout's going to get home, luckily. Because that could have been sniped by Survivalist Scout. I think Survivalist caught a glimpse. And he will chase that down. But he's not over-investing. Now he's going for an archer range. Which continues to confuse me a little bit. But maybe he wants to play crossbow for map control. Get to Castle Age, play crossbow for map control. It's not bad. It's really good for the Portuguese. Again, there's a lot of relics. The scout will just attack the house for the time being. Antagonist is going to be up. Antagonist is going for a stable, I'm guessing, because that's the more standard play. We'll drop the blacksmith. We'll go for the stable. And so the thinking is make scouts, and with the scouts, fight for those relics. You know what would be really, really survivalist-like here? Is double range crossbow into siege tower over the walls. Survivalist loves his siege towers. And it would be really good against melee Lycav. Because you're not making melee Lycav because melee Lycav are good. You're just making Lycav because Lycav are good against monks. I think Antagonist will need another layer of walls behind if he knows his opponent. Yeah, he sees the range. This is the thing. It's like... And this is by no means horrible from Survivalist, but aspects of how he plays definitely don't, like... You can't prepare for it, because it is weird, or in some cases, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So you're like, okay, he's going range, and so you don't know. It's not in your mind of what you have to try and do. It's like the other day when someone's man-at-arm timing was 2 minutes late on Rocky Forest, and it did more damage because the timing was off. Everyone was confused. Antagonist is probably going to want the second TC first. And Survivalist walling up the backside. Okay, so 3 archers for Survivalist. He doesn't know what his opponent's doing. Monastery comes up from Antagonist right away. And Castle Age super quick. The thing is, though, with this Feudal Boom, you're gonna have crazy resources when you make it to Castle Age. So you're later to Castle Age, yeah, but like your eco's gonna be ridiculously strong. So I do not mind it from Survivalist. A very adaptable play. You can encounter the scouts or anything really and adapt into either military or eco from here. Scouts have the same HP. Survivalist has a little bit more. He's just sitting on that relic right now. A smart thinking because he knows there's a gate on this side. Antagonist is going to run away. Survivalist just clicks the scout right back there. Keeps it simple. That's a good move. Survivalist also has the archers camping on this relic. He does have fletching. And the scouts see that. And Survivalist now saw the scouts as well. So he's paying really close attention to that. There's going to be a monk now that can convert his first archer, though. I think Survivalist will just have to give up that relic. Give up that relic. Don't lose the archer. Wait till you get crossbow and you can fight this. He's going for the conversion. And he's going... Or, sorry, not the conversion. He's going for the kill. He gets the kill, But now he's run his archers into some scouts here. And so he kills the monk. He loses 1 archer, 2 archers, 3... This should easily be 3, but no, it's not too bad. And the archers are cheap. Not too bad at all. Monastery for him, 2nd TC for him. Lots of confidence with the eco plays from Survivalist. Let's go. I was expecting, like, no confidence, YOLO, crazy crap. Not eco and booming. This is how you have to win a set. Like, you'll have a game or two where you could be going with crazy strats. Oh, man, that's a great fight for Antagonist, though. Looks kind of good anyways, at least initially. But yeah, you have to win a best of 5 at this level. Have a little bit of faith in your eco. And crossbow count is really low for Survivalist right now. And Vil count is ahead for Antagonist. Interesting to me that Survivalist has built this TC out in the map. It tells me that he really wants an early castle here. First relic should come in for Antagonist. There's still that scout there from Survivalist. Remember, there are relics on the outside. Doesn't seem like there's going to be too much action on the outside. And crossbows needed the mass. You have to get the group of them, and then you can snipe the monks. But when you only have 3 or 4, a couple monks can maybe do the job. I still think Antagonist will need a siege workshop soon, because this will start to get dangerous. He's shifting his conversions onto crossbows. And he gets... Oh, man, that's really unlucky for Survivalist. The one conversion felt really fast. But as he's trying to add spears for the light cap, now the opponent has 3 crossbows with bodkin. Which is so nice. There's more crossbows than Survivalist does. Now Survivalist is losing that crossbow to those crossbows. And, yeah, things are falling apart a little bit for him. He wanted map control and a castle. He's saving up the stone for it. 3rd TC now from Antagonist. The engagements have been very good. He's got 2 relics. I don't think he expects this town center, though, so the town center pays off. All right, crossbows go down. He's probably like, what? He's like, why is there a TC there? That's a big deal, guys. Those 3 crossbows could pick off any spears. I mean, the conversions themselves are already really nice. Melee light cav's not very strong. They do not get bloodlines, but they can still benefit from armor. It feels to me like Survivalist wanted a forward castle. I think, if anything, he needs a defensive one now. Survivalist will move this way. He will snag his first relic. He's also still over here. Could potentially snag those relics. Antagonist is getting the other relics in the middle, though. And Antagonist is just shifted on the stone. Still no siege workshop from him. Feels like it'd be a very good call. Good call from Survivalist. Forward castle's never going to happen now. You got to play towards the defensive castle. Organ guns can be a good unit to work with here. Gets his first relic. There's the siege workshop from Antagonist. Can Survivalist make it to Imp at the same time? We've got 30 farms. Survivalist has 14. Feels like the food income's ridiculous for Antagonist. Survivalist is supposed to have the military, though. He's going for the castle. He's collected a lot of stone. And there's the castle, and Antagonist is probably, again, like, oh, okay. Backs up. Good timing, though, from the Mangonel. Mangonel's also pretty good against organ guns. Feels like the eco setup for Antagonist is just so good. It's been the simplistic approach. It's been eco, light cav. For Survivalist, we've had a lot of different things. We've had crossbows, we've had monks, we've had spears, we have organs, we have a castle now. He didn't know about the siege. He did not know about the siege. Now he knows about the siege. And now he needs to back away. Can't engage into this right now. He just can't. An Antagonist is on the way to Imp already. Crazy Imp time. Crazy Imp time. 2.5 seconds of TC idle time. I think his plan is, I mean, pretty obvious, but I think his plan will be a castle and then trebuchets. But he has to gain the position, and Survivalist is going to have Redemption to convert the siege. These light cav are not a very big army for Antagonist. So if he gets... If his castle gets denied, this gets interesting. I'm not sure why he deleted his walls there. Makes me feel like he wants a castle there, but that's a weird spot for it. Survivalist is sending his army this way. Survivalist isn't looking in this area. He doesn't have vision. He doesn't have an outpost. There's just walls here. This is where all the action's going to take place, and the castle for Antagonist is going to go up, and Survivalist just not in the right position to protect the map. And the redemption upgrade and everything, big investment. Now Survivalist, I think he wants to castle again. Now castle forward. He's trying to break through. Antagonist will see this. And Antagonist, obviously an imp, but he doesn't know about redemption yet. I think he might sense it. I mean, Survivalist is no stranger to it. The light cav go in. The monks will get sniped. The organ guns get sniped. Treb is on the way for this castle, and then your eco's out here as well, right? Your TC's out here too. And now Survivalist was thinking about a castle. But if you place a castle now, it might be too late. Antagonist is building his own castle here. Can Antagonist complete this? Survivalist knows he needs damage. There's no doubt about that. He's thinking about it. His crossbows are here. His rams are here. The castle's at 70%. Trebs are already over here, and Antagonist will hold. Just that it just feels like Survivalist wasn't able to hit the timings here. The army in early Castle Age got the army late Castle Age. Has certainly made Antagonist sweat. But now, your castle's definitely down. Your TC you expanded into the middle is definitely down. And now he's got to, like, expand to the back here. And it's gonna be tough. Like, basically, Antagonist is under no pressure now. And he can essentially have all the time in the world to tech switch. Great job from him to get this castle up. I think Survivalist needed... The second you get Redemption, you're never scared of a Siege Workshop. It was 6 Light Cav and, like, 2 Mangonels. He had a big army. You actually need to push this. But he went here. And, well... Now his castle's down. And now his TC will follow. And, well, he's going to run to the north. The 10 villager lead for Antagonist. Survivalist Imp TC is one of the TCs in the back. He's going to place another castle now. He's still making crossbows. But this is going to be tough to get out of. Antagonist still has a big army. We'll walk forward and drop another castle. Could actually be a bit risky here. Maybe. Like, if the Mangonels get too close, they could still be converted. It feels like that castle's perfect, though. The Survivalist sees the siege. But Antagonist will see the monks. And Survivalist is going to take those relics to the back. He wants to survive. There he goes. They're running away. I mean, Antagonist is crossbow upgrade on the way. He's got archers being produced. He'll be through the gate. Still a minute away from him for Survivalist. Just such a big momentum lead for Antagonist. It's significant. Survivalist still hoping to hold. He's got 3 relics in the back. He's got another relic here, I guess. He's dropping more ranges for more crossbows. You will see the crossbows from Antagonist. Antagonist has the way better eco now. Antagonist just needs the army. It's not going to be about the siege anymore. Or the Mangonels anymore. It's going to be about the range units. And he is playing a little bit of catch-up in that regard. Doesn't have Arbalest yet or anything. But Survivalist already lost 2 castles, and he's about to lose this one as well. He's getting conscription. That's the right thing. You're never going to get to Trebs here. At least get the conscription upgrades so your military produces a little bit faster. But conscription, did he get it? I can't actually tell. It might have been a doubt conscription. That might have been denied at 99%. I can't tell. It looked really close. Either way, he's housed now. The Trebs are taking down the market. He still has eco here. Conscription or no, like he could have 18 different conscriptions and I think he's still dead. Because he's so late to imp. And the Antagonist has such a big army and such momentum now. Antagonist just played so smooth with the timings and the economy here. I couldn't tell, like, was Survivalist going to go aggressive this game? Was Survivalist going to boom this game? Was he going to place an offensive castle, a defensive castle? There was just a lot of, like, mixed signals. I think he clearly wanted to play for more map control, and he wasn't able to get it because the Antagonist got the conversions and used the light cap so well. 30 villager lead now. Survivalist, I think, hoping that he can get to bombard cannons, but he doesn't have golds. So bombard cannons are not really on the cards. And Karambits are wrecking the wood line here. Antagonist will drop more ranges, and Antagonist is pretty much just in patrol and win mode. Game number 1. Amazing eco. Amazing management. Good game sense. Good idea. Good understanding of the timings. And it's just, is Antagonist good enough to kill off Survivalist before, Survivalist can come back in games? The answer is yes. Yeah, so, like, again, there was just some weird aspects of the build from Survivalist, things I wasn't expecting. I didn't mind the Archer play, but losing any early Archer numbers is really just not something you want to do here. So that was kind of part of it. Then there were some engagements where the conversions happened. I was like, okay, still, that's not great. But even still, I feel like the game is... You have to know the melee who just goes for light cav and boom is going to go for the faster imp, and they need the castle position. And so I think the biggest thing for me is, like, Survivalist gets redemption. And once redemption's in, you can push this. Like, the second redemption's in, you run towards the siege workshop. And if he does that, he has enough monks to convert the siege. He has enough crossbows now and spears to take the light cav. But, in his mind, he wanted to push then. And I just think it's a misread of the situation. I mean, this army could actually be denying this castle. And Antagonist is like, oh, okay. Like, something that was going to be rather stressful for me is super easy. He drops the castle. Then all of this is free. And particularly when you have a TC here, this area has to be locked down, I think. And, well, either way, Antagonist takes the first game. So I appreciated Survivalist doing something different. He's going to have to step it up a little bit. Antagonist boom was ridiculous there. What was the Imperial Age timing there? It was Imperial Age timing of 2640. And now Survivalist gets to pick his home maps. That was not one of his home maps. That was just the neutral map. So, game number 2, Survivalist probably felt in that game there is a gap here, right? He was able to just completely destroy me there. And he wants to try something different. I have made videos on this strat, guys. I have died to this strategy in a community tournament versus someone hundreds of elo lower than me. This is insane. So I think you've got two... Oh, man, you've actually got 2 really good options Survivalist could try. The first one is longswords and feudal. The second one is a church rush. Yes, thank you, Anakin. Anakin shows up in my chat to remind everyone he was the one who killed me with the longswords. That's... Thank you. Thank you, Anakin. Thank you. But no, Armenians could do both. Both of those things are really strong, and the church rush is definitely, like, back on Survivalist's mind and back on my mind because Phosphor's been going crazy with it recently. So both of those things are an option. Both those things are very different options if he wants to go crazy. It's funny, but we have the 2 mule cart civilizations for Rocky Forest. The downside of the map is you can't build on the rocks, so it's easy to build a lumber camp, and then you can't wall out your vills, and then you're in trouble, but Georgians start with the free mule cart, and then Armenians can just build a mule cart. So wood shouldn't be as big a focus on this map. It doesn't mean that the strats still aren't viable, like long swords and whatnot, but it's just easier to move away from pressure. You can't do that with a lumber camp. Yeah, barracks for survivalists. Interesting. Okay. Well, I was thinking long swords. I wasn't thinking lots of militia. But this is a strat we've seen a lot of people use. We've seen it with Goths. We've seen it with Romans even. We've seen it with Persians. We've seen it with Lithuanians. We've seen it with Incas. So the list goes on, and I know Survivalist does like these builds. It's tough, though. Armenians don't have a bonus for this. Especially, he's trying to push in 2 deer at the same time. They don't have a bonus that makes this easy. Actually, wouldn't have hated Spearmen. You can make Spearmen in Dark Age with Armenians. A Spearman rush with Armenians is arguably better than this. But maybe he knows that. He makes 2 militia, and then he makes a couple spears. Still trying to push in these deer to get the food, which he's definitely going to need here. And, all right, gets quite a few deer. We'll move forward. Antagonist, hold up. He's going for an early barracks, and he's going to make militia now. So he is also going to make lots of early militia. But the difference is he has the more efficient lumber right now because he has the mule cart there. But he isn't getting loom. Survivalist already has loom, and here comes Survivalist marching through the middle. Survivalist is hoping to surprise the opponent, right? He will surprise him. Antagonist did not see that or expect it. Oh, no, but Survivalist is going the wrong way. 50-50 shot on which side the woodline's going to be, right? He's going the wrong way, and Antagonist sees he's going the wrong way. Antagonist is like, okay. Survivalist should take the sheep, though. If he sees those, that's nice. Get rid of those. And actually, from Survivalist's point of view, if your opponent makes 4 units to clear up 2, that's fine. That's completely fine. Needs to bring in his boar. Needs to get a mule cart up on wood. There's even more pigs over here from Antagonist that he didn't have. Just able to get them to the TC. That's a really big deal for these types of builds. And Antagonist lost track of these. Survivalist is just kind of doing the loop-de-loop. And now he's going to loop back into the woodline where there's no loom, guys. There's no loom. Look at this. Look at this army. Search for Survivalist. More like Sneakalist. Because he's a stealthy guy, and he's going to get the vill kill here. Survivalist should always kill 1 villager here. It doesn't matter how good Antagonist is. That should be 1 vill kill at least. Right? Yeah, that's 1 vill kill. The other one's right there. Oh, no, he could have had it. Could have been worse for Antagonist. Still think Survivalist will overall be in maybe a better position here. Because Antagonist militia are all over the place. 2 militia underneath the TC as well. He's a little rattled. So well played from Survivalist. Again, the eco side of thing is kind of the big thing to think about now. And he is on the way up. Still doesn't have any wood income. Needs a mule cart on wood now. Really needed one much earlier. But if he actually wants to make more militia right now, he could plan around that. Go man-at-arms. And then could get into longsword. To the Red Badger guy who says chasing was a bad move, just get loom. He couldn't get loom because he made 4 militia. He didn't have the gold. He just got the gold again for loom. If you make 4 militia, you can't get loom. If you make 3 militia, you can't get loom. So it's just one of those things where he thought he could outproduce. I think chasing was actually, he probably chased because he didn't have loom. Right? Like if you have loom, you just go forward. Survivalist. Oh, guys, he could cook so hard here. Oh, my, dude, Survivalist could completely wreck him. I'm telling you, Survivalist, wall him out of every resource, and just go forward. You don't need to be home right now. Man-at-Arms into instant longsword can wreck here. This can be so good. Gets the walls up. Still hasn't even moved to a normal woodline with the mule cart, which is crazy. I wouldn't do it now because you have militia coming this way. Maybe that's going to be the issue for Survivalist, is just no wood. But Man-at-Arms on the way. And now Longsword can be queued immediately after. Could also go for Arson. There's Longsword. And Antagonist has no defense here. He's hoping to build a tower. That tower can't be completed just yet. He could block with the mule card. He could sacrifice his scout. There's a couple things he could do to just complete the tower. But oh god, this is painful. I don't know if you want to fight before Longsword, though. You can wait for Longsword here if you're Survivalist. He fights before Longsword. They're still long. They're still pointy. And that was super worth. That's incredible, man. Yeah, it just could be game over. I think it's game over. 8 villager kills, 9 villager kills. 10. Maybe 11. Yep, GG. Survivalist ties it up. Let's go. That was sick, man. That was sick. That was such good recognition because I think he's going to feel more nerves and he doesn't have the experience. That was such good recognition to go forward right there and not chase. You cannot chase in that scenario. He had some awkward moments here. He wasn't sure where he could take wood. There were still units to deal with. But yeah, he went for the throat there and he gets the job done. 11 to 1 KD. That's exactly what I was talking about. Armenians can do that on this map. And what Antagonist would have wanted was he would have wanted his militia to catch the early militia and apply pressure. But what Antagonist had to do, because Survivalist hit him so fast, was he had to chase. His militia, not only did his militia chase, but his militia chased, he lost 2 sheep, and he lost the Ville anyways. And then Survivalist just walked all the way home with those militia, basically kept them alive. I don't know where they are at this point. They're coming back. Yep, and then he was able to use them in the attack. So that was awesome. And that's what you need here if you're Survivalist. You need a little bit more of that energy. I don't think there's going to be ways to win a game that fast. But, if there is, try and find it maybe. Well played. All right. So I'm wondering what the confidence level is like right now. Because it's 1-1. Do you think you play standard now if you're Survivalist? And that you can compete? Because Survivalist plays a lot of Arabia. Survivalist is very solid in adaptable situations on land maps. There's a little bit of water on this. But, I mean, still. Or does Survivalist think he has to do something wild in order to get the wins here? I don't know where he's at. I would say that standard makes a lot of sense if you feel like you're even with your opponent. If you feel like you're not, you can do something crazy as well. You've got some options. We saw earlier today the Fire Lancers. We've also seen Grenadiers. So Fast Castle with the Jurchens is a strong possibility. I think Antagonist picks Persians to play completely standard. Antagonist would obviously hope his opponent tries to play standard against him because he feels like he's maybe a bit better with that. And so I would expect the dock in the middle, a couple fishing ships, and probably a scout opening, and then adapting to what Survivalist might throw at him. But there's a lot of hunt on the map. None of your hunt decays here as the Jurchens. If he builds that lumber camp, the boar might actually shift into the middle of the wood line. Wonder if he realized that. What's happening? But where the boar was standing, it would probably move this way. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to show you because I think I'm right. And it's weird. So you see where the boar is right now? When you click it, it'll move to the right. But where the boar was, if he clicks that lumber camp, the boar gets trapped. He could have trapped his own boar in there. Anyways, I'm going to assume that that's why he didn't build the lumber camp right away. And he realizes that, so his boar's not trapped in. But will he dock? My feeling is, even if you're going fast castle, it might be worth trying to dock here. You'll probably lose some of your fish, but what you might also do is take some of the food away from the opponent. Plus, it's also just more eco in the Dark Age. Survivalist might also just think, let's just go full scouts. Like, someone said, nah, don't go standard with Jurchens. Why? Mounted units have extra attack, lots of food income, there's hunt everywhere. Playing scouts into cav archers or something could be really good with this civ. Cav archers and scouts benefit a lot from that. 5 on wood right now for Antagonist. I might open Man-at-Arms if I'm Antagonist against Survivalist. Because you might want to apply pressure as quickly as possible to this guy. Man-at-Arms can do that. It's also unorthodox. It's not something anyone's expecting from the Persians. Maybe gets you into archers a little bit faster. Yeah, Jurchens also have the... They can go Fire Lancers, they can go Grenadiers, they can go regular Lancers, or they can just play Standard. Like, Jurchens are a really dangerous civ to play against because you don't necessarily know what they're up against. The Survivalist is going to have to get the damage done here. I'm still not sure what his plan is, but I know he's skipping water. The fact he's skipping water, if he's playing Standard, I would disagree with, even though Persians are slightly better at taking it. So far, Survivalist hasn't even scouted the middle. But he should know the map. I think he played this game 1 in the previous round. I don't remember if he actually went... I don't remember if he went to water in that one. Guys, they made a change recently where if you put the deer side to side, you can push in 2. Basically, they kind of react to each other. You could actually push in more than that, than 2. Yeah, Survivalist pushes a little bit this direction now. Well, this is going to be tough to balance now, but yeah, there's lots of deer. Survivalist, pretty good at it. And the deer used to bug out a lot more. They used to also they used to like reset way faster too, so give it a shot. Survivalist seems to be going fast castle in some capacity. Can you imagine, like, if Antagonist just decided to go fast castle himself? He's like, I know Survivalist. I know Survivalist isn't going to play Standard against me, and just goes FC himself. He's going to play the meta here. And actually, he's going to play the meta. He's going to go to gold to make a fire galley. His opponent doesn't even have a dock. This could be gold so he can make archers or something, too. But he'll be in feudal age. Survivalist just still pushing in as many deer as possible now. Bergwin, I tried to double deer push one single time, and you were watching, and you have brought this up dozens of times since. Look at this sarcastic comment in my chat. He goes, why don't you show us T90 if it's so easy to double deer push T90? I was playing in a community tournament. Bergwin's watching. He's not commenting on how perfect my timing was going to be with the attack and all the good things I was doing. He's just zooming in on the deer. Freaking Bergwin, man. Sorry, you finally broke me because I saw it the first 10 times you mentioned it. I respect it. I really do. But also, how dare you? Yeah, Antagonist, alarm bells will be going off in his head right now. He should know that this is not standard. This is not normal. He needs to get some damage fast. And that damage fast is going to be through archers, which I actually think is better than scouts against the fire lancers long term. If that's what the plan is. Could still actually be steps. Survivalist didn't build a barracks yet, though. So if Survivalist didn't build a barracks yet, I don't think it's going to be step lancers. He'll go market. He'll go blacksmith. And then he can build a barracks later on. And there's the blacksmith on the way for Survivalist. It's not perfectly balanced, but it's pretty damn close. And he's got tons of food. But it just comes down to if Antagonist can punish him now. Antagonist has more workers. Antagonist will have a lot more workers. And Antagonist is moving forward. And Survivalist... Will he sell his stone to click up here? No. Okay, you got a tower, I think, then. If you're relying heavily on the gold, and you know archers are... Oh, he hasn't scouted it. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything about the builds. He doesn't know it's archers. He doesn't know it's golds. He doesn't know there's fletching in. He doesn't know anything. And he's sending vills forward into archers! Use your scouts! No! Oh, information is key. He didn't know what's coming, and the archers are here. I think he wanted to go forward on him. I think he wanted to, like, sneak, Ran right into the archers. The archers are here. The tower is on the way up. I mean, again, it's a good build, but you got to know where to run. Antagonist micro has been really annoying here as well. Good patience. Used the scout very well there. Antagonist. Uh-oh. Could lose an archer here. He gets pushed away. Killed 3 villagers. Loses an archer. Survivalist knows he's up against archers now. And Survivalist is going to try and sneak again, I think. I saw this villager on the left. But what's the plan? Like, if we're going anything, we need a barracks, right? I think he's rattled. I think he forgot it because he wanted it forward. So there's the barracks now. Archers are looping around. And Survivalist is going to have to essentially abandon everything except for the golds and except for the food underneath the TC right now. And Antagonist is on the way to Castle Age. It's high risk and it's high reward. When it works, everyone's freaking out and everyone's hyped and everyone's pleased to see it. But I think the number one thing is you have to know what your opponent's going to send your way. It didn't have that information. There is our first Fire Lancer. So, actually, playing archers against this is great because Fire Lancers are good against Cab. They're weak against archers. So, staying on archers is actually more than fine here if you're Antagonist. Doesn't have any farms yet. That would be something he'll maybe have to do. He's still trying to be as active as possible with the archers. Food eco is actually not good. Would need a couple farms here if you ask me. But he needs crossbow and he needs bodkin. The Survivalist committing fully to these Fire Lancers now. Which do cost wood and they do cost gold. They don't really cost food. This is tough. He's going to move forward now. Antagonist has just adapted to this so nicely, guys. He's punished it so nicely. Another villager snipe, making it look super easy. He's in Castle Age at 1630. He's on 2 ranges, going for crossbow and going for bodkin arrow, and Survivalist is... Well, he's waddling forward into the darkness with his Fire Lancers, hoping to find something, but he doesn't know what he's going to encounter. He doesn't know where the opponent is. He will find the walls. It will be crossbows now. And the crossbows here are an issue. Survivalist can't take wood. Antagonist sees those units. And Antagonist has just played perfect. He's killing the Fire Lancers on the front. Loses a couple crossbows. But the Fire Lancers, not easy to rely on their own right now. Yeah, I agree with the statement. Survivalist is going high risk against a better player. It's absolutely the best play. But everything has to go right. Now, this is good. Okay, it's a villager kill. Survivalist is going to try and add siege now, which costs wood. He doesn't have. He's on straggler trees. The economy is so good right now for Antagonist. Just 19 seconds of TC idle time. Lots of wood, lots of gold for more crossbows. Armies everywhere. He's now going to add the second TC to boom. He has a sizable lead, and he is just always looking for damage where he needs to be. When you see someone doing this, guys, you don't really need to be too bothered if you're Antagonist. Your economy is working. Your opponent's economy is on straggler trees. There's the siege tower. There we go. There we go. There's the siege tower. I mean, if he can come back in this one with a siege towers truly need to be nerfed. There he goes. All right. I mean, that's the Survivalist play right there. Bam. I mean, if he just sends all these in a siege tower right to Blue's base right now, it might get interesting. His eco has seen better days. But yeah, sports car speed on these siege towers. Here we go. It's going to be on the move. I would just keep making crossbows. and adding farms. Because, like, your eco's so good, you can lose crossbows and rebuild this army 10 times over. But you wait for Survivalist to hop out. He insta-shoots you. He gets back in the tower. Survivalist got 2 kills there. Didn't lose anything. But, I mean... there is a working economy back here. Survivalist has to kill very quickly. And he needs a siege tower to protect. And he needs a siege tower to attack. And I think he's scared. He's just got a call from his wood line that says, hey, we need help right now. So he is going home because the crossbows are here. And, oh, that's so good from Antagonist. He just marches forward. He's not scared at all. More quick walling from Survivalist. Ugh. He's now 25 vills behind. When someone's all-inning you guys, go to their base. Go to their base, because they're ready to attack you. Don't let them. Okay, back inside the tower again. All right, back inside the tower again. Back inside the tower again. GG. Yeah, it's a really risky build. It's a really risky build. I actually would have to ask Antagonist. I wonder if he knew this was coming and he opened archers because for that reason. Because everyone else is just going scouts. Scouts you can kind of wall out a little bit. Scouts you can play lancers into pretty nicely. The archer opening was really good. The weakness of like... So like a lot of builds on maps like this, you open and you adapt based on what you see. But this build order from Survivalist is, he has the plan, he's going to do it regardless. But there's still adaptability in a sense. And I think him not scouting his opponent at all and not knowing what his opponent was going to do was horrible here. I mean, he's trying to send the villagers forward. The archers are coming right to his base. I mean, Antagonist was using that scout the whole game. And that is where things, I think, went wrong. Because if you know archers, and you can know archers because you've had your scout here for minutes, then you can build the tower here. And then you actually don't lose the vills, and maybe the play works. But it just took far too much damage to it, and Antagonist responds pretty quickly, wins 2-1. Or not, doesn't win 2-1, sorry, wins his second game. And now Survivalist will have to respond, of course. All right. So we've got Zong now, and we have the 2 best civilizations maybe for Standard Arena. This isn't Standard Arena, but we have the Bohemians for Antagonist, and we have the Burgundians for Survivalist. Now, already, I'm excited, because the first round, or I guess it was his second, but when Survivalist played against Thunderbolt, he had Celts here, and I think he picked Celts, like, first on his draft, and I was like, what? You know, it didn't work out. It looked kind of weird. There are better civs for this. Burgundians are awesome. I also know Survivalist is really, really comfortable on arena-style maps. So would expect to see early lumber camp, early eco upgrades. Burgundians should have the early eco lead. But if it was arena, I think the Bohemians are maybe slightly preferred. I would say 55% to Bohemians, 45% to Burgundians. Just does depend on how you play them, right? But the reason I like Burgundians more here is because this is about mobility. Arena, you have no elevation. You don't have all these additional golds. Here, mobility matters, and Bohemians are kind of slow. So Antagonist is going to need to basically punch Survivalist in the mouth. He's going to need to hit him hard. That way Survivalist can't use mobility. I think Survivalist can just play light cav and adapt. There is this weird thing in this matchup where the Burgundian gunpowder is better. Like, I think I almost instinctively, even though I know what I know, I think Bohemians are the better gunpowder civ because they get Hufnitsa later and because they get chemistry early. But when they're both just gunpowder v gunpowder and there's no Hufnitsa, the Burgundians actually have the superior gunpowder there. So I think that combined with the eco upgrades is really good. Chat, I gotta call real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry. Dark Age, I think you guys know the drill. We'll follow the scout. Just give me a moment. Okay, sorry. My bad. Where were we? We were talking about the matchup. Well, before we talk about the matchup more, for anyone who's new and is perhaps confused, They do have to chop through to these things. These shrines. Shrines can produce a priest, not a monk. 75 gold per. And I think Survivalist already has one ready to chop free. And you can pick up the relics and bring them into your base. Can't actually put relics inside of your shrine, though, so it's a little different. So far, just checking out the builds. Survivalist build looks solid. He's going to go for the early horse collar, so it feels like a fast castle, which I like. And Antagonist is going to go feudal age here. Interesting. So he's going feudal. He definitely wants to chop through here, but he needs to get 2 villagers on that tree. That'll take a little bit. I would not have expected this from Antagonist. I think the idea is to maybe just go for the priests, right? But I'm wondering if he's going to go for army as well, like archers or something. Not seen it that frequently, but when I've seen the archers, I haven't been impressed. Okay, there's the barracks. This could be really good for Antagonist. He's found Survivalist Scout, and Survivalist is not going feudal age. Oh, but this could be good for Survivalist if he can somehow win the fight. You do not want to lose your Scout here. There is a priest for Survivalist, so Survivalist could actually heal it up. I don't know if his priest is free yet. You cannot lose your Scout. Survivalist, run, 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 run! I'm not sure what happened there. It felt like there was enough uphill hits for Survivalist to have realized the situation there. I'm not sure. I mean, he could have fallen back, could have healed up maybe. But he looked away. At least I assume he looked away. I'm not entirely sure. Survivalist hasn't taken his boar, guys. He's only got 1 boar. My friend, you only took 1 boar. You still have another boar in your base, which I guess he never scouted, but like, I don't know. Oh, you can see it. He can see it. Can he get it now? Boar, stay. 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 You stay there, boar, till Survivalist notices. Survivalist is getting this relic, by the way. That's really nice. The fact that he's able to sneak this relic in is huge. That's also where his focus has been. You're not normally focused on a priest in Dark Age. We are all mainly products of our experiences, right? Survivalist maybe played this a couple times. The boar has gone back. And Antagonist can... That's funny. Antagonist is laughing right now. he can see the boar more than Survivalist can. I mean, to be fair, Survivalist is going to have a really good res balance for Castle Age, so I guess he didn't need the boar. He also got 1 relic. We'll see what happens. I mean, if Survivalist can get 2 relics out of this, it's actually fine. He'll be in Castle Age faster. 2 relics out of this would be a dream. Antagonist still probably wondering why he didn't take his boar yet. Will Antagonist notice this? He gets this one. This relic's now gone. That should be a kill. If he's noticing, he notices. Very slight chance Survivalist gets conversion. I doubt it. There's no way. That should die. Nice job from Antagonist. That's why you can't lose your Scout, by the way. That's why keeping that Scout alive is really nice. I think he was actually going to make more Scouts, but then once he killed Survivalist Scout, he stopped for a second. Has the barracks. If he sees anything, he can just add Spearmen. Spearmen and Flemish Militia are just Spearmen now for Survivalists, so he will still go out and try and get that, which is good. But he has to wait a little bit longer. He's waiting for 2 Spearmen, and in the time it takes him to get the 2nd Spearman, Antagonist is going to grab this. So there he goes, running home. Antagonist on the way up. Survivalist will be in Castle Age about 30 seconds faster. The idea of adding Lycav is mainly based on the fact that there's relics in the middle to fight for. So adding the scouts now does feel a little rough if all the relics are not out there. But then again, there is this guy. I forgot about that. So, Antagonist will see this. Sees the Flemish militia anyways. Is hoping to get home. Survivalist is looking. Survivalist is searching. Survivalist is hoping. Doesn't know this relic is here, actually. Never scouted it. And Antagonist is on the way home. Survivalist looking for it. He's looking for it. He finds the Spearman. Too late. Did he get his boar? Well, he's got a pet boar, guys. That's nice. That's really nice. He scouted it now. He's just going to let it live. Ooh, and he's going to push. I like that. I really like that. You don't want to allow the other guy to get relics? I'd love to see a siege monk push here or something. Also, our base, what's our schedule? Because we have another series today. How long until that's supposed to happen? Are we like... Are we 2.5 hours away or 1.5 hours away from that? Because if I can get Survivalist to drag this out... Oh, he forgot his blacksmith, so he can't go for a siege workshop. Rip. 2.5 hours. Okay, can we get 2.5 hours from 2 games? We'll go for an 1.5-hour banger here. And then I forget what game number 5's map would be. That would be pretty sick. Antagonist, again, is laughing because he's like, this dude wants to siege push me, and he forgot his blacksmith. Second TC now for Survivalist. Third TC now for Survivalist. So he's not really going all in. It feels like he's going to go all in, but he's also booming. University very early for Antagonist. I think this is going to be chemistry. He sees the siege workshop. He's expecting a siege tower again, probably. And chemistry it is. How many people here remember the series I uploaded to extras between Viper and Dobbs? Dobbs is like the big underdog. Bigger underdog than Survivalist would be here. And it was just non-stop crossbow and siege pressure on Viper. And then Viper went... He got a couple hand cannons out. And hand cannons just shredded the siege. Ironically, siege tower is still kind of helpful there, but we're going to have a ram now from Survivalist. This is a really good reminder of what the hand cannons are able to do. Relics are collected for Antagonists. Relics are collected for Survivalist. He ended up getting 2. Survivalist has full vision and map control on the sides, and he's going to start to outpost, which I really like. Again, I really think the key on this map is all the additional golds. There's like 50k gold on this map. It's not just the relics. And Survivalist has... I love the early outpost idea. It's really smart. Particularly because the previous game, the issue was he didn't have information. I would just say, before we outpost the side, maybe we outpost the base we're about to push, so we know what we're pushing. But, I mean... I guess you're going to find out one way or another. Here he's moving in with the Rams. Sees the TC. We'll actually see the flame from the arrows and no chemistry is in. Villagers hop out to attack the Rams. Villagers hop back in. And units need to get back in the Rams for Survivalist. He'll do that. Now they need to get out of the Rams again. And now the villagers need to get back inside the TC. Fun little dance here. But it's a dance that I think Antagonist will benefit from. Does lose some vills, but he should be able to save his town center. And it has lots of hand cannons now. And the second that ram is down, all of the infantry for Survivalist will go down as well. So, 'tis but a flesh wound for Antagonist. Only lost a couple vills. And now Survivalist is going to be like, okay. Now what? Hand cannons was not something he expected. He thought it was just going to be straight eco or like monks or something. But like hand cannons really early here. And now you have problems. Now you might need to consider skirmishers or something. He's going to drop another monastery, so it looks like his plan is to go for monks. I'd love Antagonist to go for a siege workshop. Build it right next to this siege workshop. And like you ram this down. you take down the blacksmith, you take down the houses, but also having the siege workshop is nice if the opponent goes skirms. Antagonist, ooh, almost got through the door. Also, Survivalist took his boar. Aw, I thought he was going to let that thing go. Okay, so he saved it for later. Survivalist dropping triple stable behind this. Okay. I mean, he needs something crazy. You get Cavalier and Castle H. Cavalier feels like a good move, provided Antagonist doesn't realize it. And add in monks. I actually think Light Cav need to be active. If Survivalist can be active right now in the middle of the map, there might be monks coming forward. Even individual hand cannons coming forward. You can be here, stopping those units. But Survivalist, like, he maxes out. He likes to just really turtle up, mass up, and go for a really big fight. He's really unorthodox in that sense. 13 villager lead, and he's waiting. And he's massing. Meanwhile, Antagonist drops TC number 4 behind. Antagonist does have a lot of stone. Enough stone where he might want a forward castle. Okay, he sees 2 stables now. Hasn't seen... Okay, now he sees Cavalier. Yeah, now when you see Cavalier, you can consider pikemen or you can consider more monks. And there's the pike upgrade. But Survivalist can maybe fight before that happens. You've got a period of time where you can do that. Honestly, you're going to need to fight soon because your TC's going down. Hand cannons is an imp unit, which Bohemians just get in Castle Age. Survivalist is going to need to fight. I don't think he's ready. I think he's hoping that his TC holds a little bit more, but he's going to have to. He's looping around the left side. Can he get this right? Can the Light Cav kill those 2 priests there? And can the Cavalier kill everything else? The TC is melting, dude. It's melting. Light Cav are on the left. Cavalier are on the right. The priests only have 5 range. But Antagonist notices this. And so he's able to back off. Man, I just wonder, could Survivalist have jumped on that right there? He is able to breathe now. He is able to chill. He does have the villager lead. He can go back to work. But Antagonist kind of got a warning there of what's to come. He's adding more barracks. He's adding more pikes. And that will only make this harder for Survivalist to engage. Unless he makes another type of army. Still think he can jump on this. He doesn't have any armor upgrades, which hurts. But I still think maybe it's doable. Really needed to clear out any monks. Antagonist sees this. Survivalist trying to use his mobility. 91 vills for Survivalist. Resource collected lead for Survivalist. 3 TCs. Archer ranges now, so he wants skirmishers or archers or something. Monks are locked in for conversions. There's pikes on the front. We might just see the fight take place. Those are Bohemian pikemen right there. That's Cavalier with no armor upgrades whatsoever. He's going for the attack upgrades. Monks got conversions for both, but the hand cannons are shredding, dude. They're just shredding everything. And Survivalist takes a fight that he needed to win. Honestly, if Antagonist would have waited, I'm sure this castle would have gone in the middle. He placed it before the fight, though. He didn't know how that fight was going to go. So that's a positive for Survivalist. He is going for skirm now. But, I mean, these hand cannons can run right in. And run in they do. The Survivalist loses the monk. No conversions there. Hand cannons are stupid strong. And now this is horrible because your skirmisher production is going to be right here. The TC is still super weak as well. You need more army again. The TC goes down. Antagonist economy completely untouched behind. 1, 2, 3, 4 TCs. Look at those farms, dude. He just expanded out here. He's got those farms already. Survivalist will hope to hold on. Castle down here in the south. He's hoping for the skirmisher transition, but the skirmisher transition is just getting completely clobbered. All the skirms are essentially a waste because they die immediately. This is looking rough. I'm not sure even Survivalist could survive this one unless he gets something crazy. The only thing I can think of that I'm seeing is he can run in through that gate when units come out, but like, who thinks of that? That's not something you're aware of as a player. The Cavalier that were donated to Antagonist could be used so nicely against the skirms too. Look, Antagonist sees these units here. He knows Survivalist is trying to catch out the reinforcements. He gets a conversion, and now he's got the pikes there as well. Oh, man. These hand cannons have just killed everything, dude. They've taken out a town center. They've taken out archery ranges. Is TC as well. It was a great call from Antagonist to go for early chemistry. Normally, players will wait. So I can't understand the surprise that Survivalist would have. I'm still not sure, like, 5 Spearmen, 4 Flemish Militia, and 2 Rams is necessarily the play that I would fall in love with here. But he tries to engage these now that he's got skirms. The monks get more conversions. The Cavalier with no armor upgrades are melting. And, I mean, he does still have these skirms here, but even the skirms will die to the hand cannons, and game over. The game ends. Antagonist wins 3-1. As expected, I think. I mean, Survivalist tried, at least in 2 of these games, he tried to be a bit out of the box. Antagonist is the favorite in the group. Survivalist, being in Silver League, still really exciting for him. He'll be in the 10K League. But Antagonist, he played really well. I think he's just a more complete player. I think he's a little bit faster. I think he's better at finding the killer timings. And he also maybe put more effort, time into Titans League practice and prep. I'm not too sure, but I'd imagine he really wants to get to gold. So, yeah, it was a good series, fun watch. Anyone who loses in the 3rd round can't be too bummed because they will be in Titans League Silver, which is a great opportunity. And I think that feels about right for Survivalist. Antagonist has a chance still to make it into gold with one more series. So, GG.